Today we're going to be reviewing the Tong School End of Year Exam P4 English Language Paper 1 for writing. Okay, so let's get into it. The first thing we have to tackle today is composition. Now the key points to take note here is it has to be 120 words at least about the day that you were rescued. Okay, so that's what the topic is going to be. So this means that you were the one who were being rescued, all right? So that's number one, for you to start thinking about what you want to write. Now, if you go on to the description, it says the pictures are not arranged in sequence and are provided to help you think about this topic. And your composition should be based on 1, 2, or all of these pictures, all right? So it's entirely up to you. Just remember, it's about you being rescued and 120 words. Now, some of the points that you can use to help plan your composition is when and where did the incident take place? What were you doing there? What happened next? How were you rescued? And what happened in the end? All right, so this kind of gives you like a structure of how you intend to write the composition in itself. Do remember that you want to try to look at the picture, try to figure out what the picture is saying. And use the points here to try to come up with a story that gels well, okay, that goes and flows well. Okay, there are some helping words here as well. Now, this include things like catching a fish. So, for example, it was a bright, sunny day. I went out with my friends to go fishing at a park nearby. I fell into the water. I tripped and fell into the water, for example. I was struggling to get out of the pond or lake. I started to panic, and my friend John reached out with a stick, for example, here, and I got the help I needed to get out of the lake, for example. All right, this is just a very basic example of how you could try to structure the story to write your composition. Okay, so remember that you are the one being rescued. Again, 120 words. This is the flow of what actually took place based on the pictures here, and some helping words here to help you write the composition. Okay, now moving on to the next one. All right, so we've got a language use and a comprehension paper 2 section that we got to tackle. The first one is a MCQ section. Okay, 8 questions. The first one here, we can start off with it. It says, children, please take good care of dash at the camp, mother reminded her daughters. Now, you are obviously referring to children, daughters, so you know that this is referring to multiple people, more than one, all right, plural. So obviously yourselves is going to be the right answer that's going to fit the sentence. Okay, so it's going to be, children, please take good care of yourselves at the camp, mother reminded her daughters. And question number 2, last week Jason dash sick, so he could not participate in the graduation concert. Now, the right word is, if you look at the options that are given, is going to be was, okay? Because last week you're referring to the past tense. So last week, Jason was sick, so he could not participate in the graduation concert. Now, question number 3. Jamie had a stomachache because she blank too many chocolates yesterday. Okay, so yesterday refers to the past tense again. So Jamie had a stomachache because she, if you look at the options here, eat, ate, has eaten, was eating, ate is going to be the best choice. You're referring to the past tense again. So Jamie had a stomach ache because she ate too many chocolates yesterday. Question number 4. Do not enter Susan's room now. She blank, and mother told father. All right. So if you want to fill in the blank, you can look at the options, and it's got option number 1: slept, sleeps, has slept, is sleeping. All right. So this is obviously the present tense you're referring to. It's a conversation that's going on. Mother's talking to father here. So do not enter Susan's room now. She is sleeping is the most appropriate answer. Now, question number 5. Eating too blank fried food is unhealthy for you. So if you look at the answers, you've got less, little, much, and many. So eating too much fried food is unhealthy for you. That is going to be the right answer because you're referring to the plural, okay? Too much fried food, that's basically, all sorts of fried food. Can be, whatever you want. It can be donut, a fried donut, whatever else. So it's going to be much. as the most appropriate answer. Question number 6, moving on. Mr. Tan dash when he heard a strange sound coming from the room. Now, the options you've got are was cooking, has cooked, will cook, cooks. Now, this is going to be, again, he's actually doing something at the present time, right, when this happened. So it's going to be Mr. Tan was cooking when he heard a strange sound coming from the room. Okay, so what was he doing when he heard the sound? He was cooking. All right, so that's going to be the right answer for this. Now, question number 7. Blank girl over there is sulking as she has lost her wallet. Okay, now if you look at the answers that you have, you've got this, that, these, and those. Now, the most appropriate answer is obviously going to be that, because you know, it's like you're pointing to the girl over there and you're saying that girl over there is sulking as she has lost her wallet. So that's going to be the most appropriate answer, that, for question number 7. Question number 8. Ravi blank upset when he saw his injured dog lying on the road. Now, if you look at the answers, the MCQ answers, you've got is, are, was, were. Now, Ravi was upset when he saw his injured dog lying on the road, because that's what he felt when he saw. Okay, you can see the word saw is already referring to the past tense. All right, so obviously was is the right answer here, because Ravi was upset when he saw his injured dog lying on the road. Moving on to section B. Okay, so now this is going to be the vocabulary MCQ, and you've got 6 questions to tackle here. Okay, question number 9 here, it says, my neighbor heard the loud dash of brakes before the accident happened. So what do you think he heard? Okay, so let's look at the options, the answers. We've got banging, crashing, squeaking, screeching. All right. Now, in cases of accidents and things like this, it's always going to be the word screeching. Yeah, so you can say screeching of brakes, screeching of tires. It's always going to be the word screeching that's going to be used to describe the scene appropriately. Okay, so my neighbor heard the loud screeching of brakes before the accident happened. All right, can't be anything else. Can't be banging, can't be crashing, can't be squeaking, obviously. So screeching is the right answer, and that's the answer for number 9. Question number 10. Team Tiger dash Team Leopard when it scored more points in the recent basketball competition. So obviously you can tell that Team Tiger won, all right, in this basketball competition. If you look at the answers, you can see that it's got defeated, weakened, exhausted, and challenged. Now, obviously, they won the competition, so they defeated the Team Leopard, which is the rival for the competition. Okay, so Team Tiger defeated Team Leopard when it scored more points in the recent basketball competition. Now, that's going to be the most appropriate answer. Okay, for number 10. Moving on, question number 11. My teacher accepted my blank to hold an exhibition in the school hall. So if you look at the answers, we've got demand, suggestion, nomination, presentation. All right. So obviously, when you're suggesting something, you have to propose it to your teacher, for example, for it to be accepted. All right. So if you look at the answers, it can't be demand. You know, it's not appropriate for this. Suggestion, that is going to be the right one, but we'll just go and check out the others first. Okay, so nomination, not really, because it's like an idea. All right, so if you look at this, your idea was to hold an exhibition in the school hall, so it's not nomination. Presentation, also not appropriate, but suggestion, yes, it does fit in this sentence structure correctly, because my teacher accepted my suggestion to hold an exhibition in the school hall. All right, so it was your suggestion, your idea, and your teacher has accepted that. Okay, question number 12. To attend the dance performance for free, you have to blank your tickets early to avoid disappointment. So you would know that this is you're kind of making a reservation or a booking for a ticket. All right, so if you read that, you already know, but you're just going to look at the answers given. Fix, not appropriate. Buy, you're doing this in advance. Okay, so for free, you have to dash your tickets early to avoid disappointment. Okay, so if you want, because it says free, right? So buy is not going to be appropriate for this because you can't buy something that's free, right? Okay, but reserve does go well in this because to attend a dance performance for free, you have to reserve or book, for example. They're the same thing in this case, but obviously reserve is the answer that's here. Your tickets early to avoid disappointment. Arrange is not appropriate either. So question number 12, the right answer is going to be reserve. Okay. Question number 13. Father was given an award for his blank act as he had helped to put out a fire. Now, this is obviously a brave thing to do when you think about it. You help put out a fire. Okay, father helped do that. So let's look at the answers that we have here. Diligent, nope, not appropriate. Sincere, not quite as well. Creative, not really. Courageous, yes, because it's a brave thing, like we just spoke about, right? So it's something brave that he did. Or courageous, same meaning. So father was given an award for his courageous act as he had helped to put out a fire. Question number 14. Mr. Sim, blank person. He is never stingy when it comes to buying gifts for his family and friends. So you can tell that he is a giving person, a very generous person, okay? So if you look at the answers, frugal, no, that's quite the opposite because, you're not spending kind of thing. He's never stingy when it comes to buying gifts for his friends or family. So no, not frugal. Friendly doesn't quite gel with the second part of the sentence here. Is never stingy. A friendly person, it doesn't quite tie up with this never stingy. Now, Mr. Sim is a generous person. He is never stingy when it comes to buying gifts for his family and friends. That goes well because you're saying he's someone that gives, all right, a generous person, and he's never stingy, all right? You're elaborating on the first sentence. So that's obviously the answer. Just going to check out the last one answer. Thoughtful, well, again, like I said, the second sentence here does not add on to the first sentence, all right? So it doesn't really add value to the first sentence. So the most appropriate answer is going to be Mr. Sim is a generous person and he is never stingy when it comes to buying gifts for his family and friends, okay?